Hello, mystery fans. Well, time to take a look at another episode of season 2 of Veronica Mars, and today we'll be looking at The Quick and the Wed. Keith questions Veronica about the explosives found in Terrence's garage. That day, Keith talks to Sheriff Lamb about this fact, but he resists Keith. A TV special about Aaron Eccles airs on TV, and Logan, Hannah, and Veronica watch it. Veronica serves as a bachelorette party and hosts as the bride, Heidi, with a huge ring on her finger. Lamb searches Terrence's hangar but refuses to tell Keith about his findings. The bride-to-be's sister, who is also Wallace's girlfriend, goes up to Veronica and says that Heidi is missing. Sheriff Lamb reports that he is about to arrest Terrence. Veronica confronts Logan about his relationship with Hannah. Veronica questions some of the other bachelorettes. Beaver talks to Kendall about their company, the Phoenix Land Trust. Cliff McCormick talks to Logan about his upcoming trial. While scoping out some leads on Heidi, they find her car abandoned. Keith interrogates Terrence's car mechanic, who says that he knows the cabinet where the explosives were found, and they were empty the day before. Veronica talks to Jane about her findings, and she points out a particular man. Kendall visits Aaron in prison and goads him into investing in the company, and Aaron agrees if she will visit Logan. A couple biters spit on Logan. Rude. On a date with Hannah, her mother cautions her against dating him. Logan types an email to Dr. Griffith from her mother's account about their relationship. Veronica tracks down the suspect in the case of the week, and it is Vinny Van Lowe. Veronica talks to Vinny, but he reveals nothing. Logan and Hannah agree to have sex. Keith presents as evidence for Terrence's innocence, but Sheriff Lamb reveals that Terrence is in surgery. Mr. Moss's father shot him after he broke into her house. The FBLA teacher talks about the possible downsides of Woody's plan for incorporation. Beaver has increased his lead in the stock market contest. Veronica tries to call Heidi, and the call goes directly to her fax. Veronica prints out the faxes that were in the machine, and one of them is a flyer from the band of Heidi's old boyfriend, Nick. Veronica successfully tracks down Heidi. Heidi says that Paul was the cheating one. However, Nick did not send the fax, implying that someone was trying to prevent Heidi from going to the wedding. The whole family waits at the wedding for Heidi. Heidi and her fiancé fight and eventually break up at the altar. Kendall visits Logan before Tom Griffith comes in angrily. Dr. Griffith threatens Logan and proposes a deal, that he'll drop the testimony if Logan breaks up with Hannah. At Jabba the Hutt, Logan suddenly walks up to Veronica and says, "I think I've done something horrible." Bum bum bum. So anyway, let's take a look at the cultural references that are made in this episode. Lamb references Moses. In the documentary on Aaron Eccles, there's a screenshot from Clash of the Titans. One of the bachelorettes speaks in the style of Gollum. Veronica references Runaway Bride. Jane references Home Sweet Home. Kendall quotes a line from Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Aaron channels Hannibal Lecter. Logan's favorite movie is Easy Rider. Logan mentions Tracy McGrady. When talking to Vinny Van Lowe, Veronica quotes The Big Lebowski. Vinny calls Veronica Curious Georgette. And now onto the arc significance of this episode. The explosives Veronica found in the hangar where Terrence Cook stores his cars were marked C4. Sheriff Lamb issues a warrant for Terrence's arrest, charging him with 8 counts of murder. Terrence had a mechanic detail each of his cars once a month. The mechanic would have found the explosives on his next visit. Once Keith learns this fact, he concludes that the C4 was planted to frame Terrence. Kendall visits Aaron Eccles in prison. She asks him to invest in Phoenix Land Trust and agrees to give her money if she gets some of Duncan's hair out of a shower at the Neptune Grand Hotel. Terrence was shot by Mrs. DeMoss's father while trying to break into her house. Hannah's father, Dr. Griffith, tells Logan that he'll drop his testimony if Logan promises to stay away from Hannah. The murder case against Logan is closed after Dr. Griffith drops his testimony. And now onto the music heard in this episode. I Want You to Want Me by Cheap Trick, sung by actress Virginia Williams. Major General's Song by Gilbert and Sullivan. Lost Art by Mere Mortals. Oh My by Mellodrone. and sometimes the sun by the lashes. And now finally on to the production of this episode. The episode was written by John Serge and directed by Rick Rosenthal. Marcus Serge's first and only writing credit for the series, Rosenthal's first and only directing credit for the show. The episode features a cameo appearance by Michael Ausiello, then a senior writer at TV Guide, who played Blushing Guy, a man at Java the Hutt whom one of the bachelorettes pointed out and said that she talked to him into giving her his underwear. Ausiello, who taped his scenes on January 20th, had his own trailer for the shoot. Ausiello recalled Kristen Bell and him getting a chance to bond between takes. After Ausiello was done filming his scene, the cast and crew gave him a standing ovation and nicknamed him Two-Take Mike. Ausiello claimed that Bella was in tears after his performance. The episode was originally scheduled to air on February 22nd, a month before its eventual air date. The episode's title is a joking reference to The Quick and the Dead. So overall, this is a pretty good episode, and I like the fact that it continues the plot thread of the bus crash and stuff like that. So, yeah. So overall, I give The Quick and the Wed 4 marshmallows out of 5. Well, to next week as we take a look at The Rapes of Graf. So, until then, remember everyone, the game's afoot.